Alleged certificate forgery. The APC and one of its chieftains, Williams Edobo, had dragged Mr. Obaseki, his party, the PDP, which is the People's Democratic Party, and the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to court, praying the court to disqualify Mr. Obaseki in the September 19 governorship election over alleged forgery and perjury. So the Federal High Court in Abuja admitted more documents in evidence against Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State in an ongoing alleged certificate forgery suit against him. So the APC had tendered the documents to prove its allegation of certificate forgery against the governor. The two documents included a University of Ibadan degree certificate belonging to Emmanuel Balogun and a report by a forensic document examiner, Raphael Onwuzlibo. The documents were admitted in evidence by the court, having been tendered through the lead counsel of the APC, Akin Olujimi, SAN. So they said the first degree certificate in agricultural science tendered was awarded to Mr. Balogun in 1979, the same year with that of Mr. Obaseki, and that the second document was admitted with a covert following objections to its admissibility raised by Mr. Obaseki's counsel, Ken Mozia, SAN. So earlier, during the cross-examination, Mr. Balogun told the court that he had never seen the controversial degree certificate issued to Mr. Obaseki by the authorities of the University of Ibadan, and he also admitted that he had never worked in the admissions department of the University of Ibadan. That he, however, was not in any position to comment on Mr. Obaseki's certificate, having not worked in the university's admission department. So the trial judge, Ahmed Mohammed, adjourned the matter for Mr. Obaseki to open his defense on January 5th after the APC closed its case after calling 6 witnesses. Mr. Mohammed subsequently ordered that the case of the plaintiffs be closed, and he also ordered that the first defendant, Mr. Obaseki, to open his case on the next adjourned date. Meanwhile, Mr. Mohammed also, in a judgment delivered, struck out the case of the National Rescue Movement against the nomination of Mr. Osaige Izeyamo and Abdulganiyu Daudu as governor and deputy governorship candidates respectively of the APC in the September 19, 2020 governorship election in Edo. The judge struck out the case on the grounds that the case had become an academic exercise. He said this was because the election had been conducted and winners emerged, and that Izeyamo and Daudu were not challenging the outcome of the polls at the ongoing election petition tribunal in Edo State.
The plaintiffs closed their case today, and they called 3 witnesses today, because the witness who testified the other day completed his evidence today, and we called 2 witnesses thereafter. Now the plaintiffs closed their case, and one of the witnesses who came today testified directly on the certificate claimed by Godwin Obaseki as the one he obtained from the University of Ibadan. The witness was an expert witness. He analyzed the certificates and brought out all the defects in that certificate claimed by Godwin Obaseki.